Chapter 6, Earth. Whisking away and unfold with my leaf when I embark into my bed. Full knowing that this is gonna be another great sleep in the bogland. Your sleeper, as Dreamer Frog's heart within a long day. And unfold another night dream. Trickle with the night star putting me to a soft sleep. Contemplating the vastness of the universe and contemplating the nature of all the words that could be put into the universe. Unhidden and then uncovered a riddle. And the land shape shifts and swirls, and the abstraction and the moving of the land, curling in and out, folding softly with a slip and flicking of the pages of the book. The land is shifting and scraping, and the bog is melting away, and my hands are unfolding, and each drip like a glass drop, feeling in a touch of the cold, brittle ice cold, and the ice is a brittle and a big world to enjoy. The hands are in work, and I play with them, and the dream, and the swirl, and the crystalling, and the ice particles, and the sparks within Dreamer Frog's imagination, and her eyes are bulging out. Realizing that I could lose energy of thinking over these dreams. It's too ethereal for me to understand. It's too abstract to look at that dark lizard gleaming with a spear and a tap and a metal. And his eyes are cold. And you're unholy to think that that's your journey as you pick and choose your battles. As you know, the land is scoping. You use your mind and untouch and unfold the ground, reflecting the glass around your truth. Fiction isn't just a word, it's about your mind, and the world is birthed through the fiction to the non-fiction of reality. They're shadows of one another and untwined and engraved into the wisdom of the other. And the insight given to Dreamer Frog. Almost an inner calling to be a writer. So are you going to be a writer? And the Great Spirit speaks to you in the brittle glass. And the paper's brittle that cannot be unsmashed. With the weight you levitate over it. Over and over again. You're lightweight. And you start to levitate in the dream and unfolding within myself with the leaves and levitate. I'm lighter with vastness of lightness of my words, and the Great Spirit booms, and the great sun of Atnon, the great thin disk of the sky, and the great sun of many cultures around the world has worshipped the great sun. And we'll give you the symbolism of the cross and the sun cross, giving you the lines and the geometric shapes. Of course, Dreamer Frog realized the great download of the Great Spirit and the thunder and the boom of the lightning of the music and the rain and the late day of music unfolds within Dreamer Frog's eyes. With one word of the day, getting on with the 5th day of the word. That is my words of regardless of how Dreamer Frog unfolds in her great book as she continues to write her dreams down on paper to stick in her mind and could never lose grip of the dreams. She's got to hold on tight as she keeps pushing through and realizing that maybe she could see the family within her. What about that lizard? What about all what's going on into this deteriorating world? Can I even survive? What a mistake. Now as Dreamer Frog seems to unfold, she starts to wake up from the dream with a breath. Dreamer Frog realized that our adventure is only just beginning. As Dreamer Frog rolls the dice with her and her adventure, she has to grape at the idea that this is the interconnected world between one another in our story. And each pasha rows, and the sticks that I row across the bog, my bog bark boat, and I struggle through and through with the weed and the vine and the eye looking at me. With the prey list, I'm not afraid to be on that list. And Dreamer Frog's fearless. And we'll push through and see him and untethering the heart of the unwathering waters. Withering side to side, she knows that one day she'll meet him. That red-looking reptile. And my last word of the day as she journals through and climbing each top of the mountain to gleam over at her victory and her adventure. Will she find him again together? Will she achieve her dreams? On the edge of the boglands, it sounds like the froggy lands. After all, the boggy lands are the unbarked. And I ranch over in an anchor, and I barge over my barge boat with all my bugs patched together. Dreamer Frog hops over and moves closer, there in the mud. And always on the edge of the bank of the water, soaring in the waters like a vase. And the bank. And remember the whole world that we used to live in. This is how it used to be. The bank is the bench. And outside is where they launder the money on that bench. Bank is bench. And that's where the judge sits on that bench. Not only that, but when the judge sits on the bench, it's the bank. Law and money are the same. Money is metaphysical water. As Dreamer Frog realized that the water bank is the bank and the bench that the judge sits on. That is a hard realization that Dreamer Frog had to pull in. And remember that we are all here to have just one banknote, one mark that redeems all the incoming silver, and it's just a pocket note of my self-worth, of who I am, and money and silver. Are our dreams connected to the bank, our money, our realization that it's all metaphysical, that it's just the water flowing through my hands? After all, Dreamer Frog realized. Why is there maritime law to begin with? And after all, are we here just to dream about a metaphysical world of money? Or is Dreamer Frog here for something that's much deeper? Will Dreamer Frog find the realization of what this dream is all about?